Alright guys, I do have to update myself, don't I? Even though I actually did it. I did work a little bit. But I'm kind of going back and forth, like, now I need to, like, relax and stuff. So I can't just quite work my way through. I have to relax. I have a girl on top of me right now. Still just an e-girl. It's not a big deal, right? Okay. Let's bring it up. Let's bring up another story. I'll try not to involve her just yet. Unless we break up somehow, which is always a possibility, always an opportunity. The best thing ever is not to get something, but to lose it, as if you don't need it. What about to YouTube rewind, please? Well, next you gotta do something. It's cancelled. We have to battle, okay? I like Justin Bieber defeating Selena Gomez 3 times and then finally shutting up. Shut up, he did pretty well. I mean, I liked a few of his songs actually in the end. Well, like three extra songs on my playlist. That's not bad. Not gonna lie. Yeah, getting one song is hard enough already, so the fact that he had a successful spotlight, that's cool. I don't think he's that cool. I think he would lose another battle, basically reversing the process of how many points he got so far. But I'll gonna leave it as it is. It was a test run, and he needs to be acknowledged. So someone will defeat him next year. That sort of stuff. This is still a young, kind of 1 year process that I've done, and like, I have a little bit of a strategy of how to assign points now. But it's a year process. It took me an entire year, pretty much, and we're gonna just wrap it up, right? Slowly wrap it up. Yeah. What a Christmas miracle to get a fucking girlfriend. Indonesian channel. What? How do you do that? Well, also funny enough, Onision actually closed his non-member chat, so, or banned me without a trace of me being banned. I don't think he did that. I think he just closed the chat because it was too much drama. But his message was more or less a typical "I banned someone" message, and this is what triggered me the most. I don't know. It was pretty good ride, and I got myself a pack of friends or wolves. I don't know. I can't see a difference. I'm having fun because it's online. Nothing bad can happen, right? Well, it can. Like, someone can say, "How are you today?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'm starting to sweat right now." Because, I don't know, normal? I don't know what do you expect from me? This is the worst. This is the worst question. Okay, it kills me. How am I don't know. I want to keep the conversation going. Maybe I just don't know what I want. Maybe I'm just completely lost. Also, I do have a fucking weird throat right now. Maybe I can't speak properly because of it. What did I do to my throat? Well, I drunk a lot of hot water. I think it's warm now, so I can drink it again. But Jesus Christ, Some form of water I just fucking hate, man. Too cold? Too hot? Oh my god, my throat is gonna die from this shit. From water. Anyways, we have lined up, Onision is gonna just nail it, right? He's just gonna nail it. I think we can just go through piece by piece and break it down super fast. I think we're ready for it, right? Because we only have 11 days and it's December. It's supposed to be a completely different month. Also, what the fuck did I do this whole time? At November? What the fuck did I do? Played the Hearthstone, didn't I? Actually, after all the drama in Hearthstone, it became really unplayable for me. Even though it feels pretty good, there's a new game mode, and I guess people are try-harding a little bit. You can sense that part all the time. And you should just give the win to the tryhards. Just give it up, because you get the experience. You know, you need the experience. You don't need the win anymore. That's the strategy in winning Hearthstone. Okay, you have to take care of yourself, basically. Okay, so I need to put it down. Win feelings, not a game. Okay, win that. It's always yeah, winning is not the most important thing to do, but how do you phrase it properly, right? I think you have to feel good, and then you keep the game. You don't have to search for another game. You can just come back to it, and you'll be okay. Being okay is more than enough in a world like this. You know, we have all this technology, all this amazing stuff, but we don't necessarily have to just aim to find new things. We can just pick up whatever we're familiar with, whatever we're okay with. Okay, just it really helps. It really helps also to connect with other people when you're just being okay with things. And those things are kind of generic and old, but you know, be okay with the old school. And old school for teenagers is 6 years ago. That's old school. For me, it's now 8 years. You can say the AdventureCraft is the old school, pure old school. It's pretty much 8 years worth, okay, of experience. It kind of shrinks down just because I take care of it a little bit. I kind of push it forward. I kind of transform the experience. So it can keep rejuvenating itself, and old school can keep going. Even if it's just personal level, right? No one else has the capacity to fucking understand what I went through. But I went through enough to where yeah, I would love to recreate Minecraft. I would love to have just a beautiful game, or a beautiful game engine at least. So I would love to have that. I'll keep building on that. It's very promising, I think. It's just very, very promising. I just can't read it fast enough. And now I don't even have stamina to do that, because I have just other kinds of feelings that I have to take care of. And they get prioritized because they're just kind of lucky as well. You can't expect that to happen just normally. So I have to accept it with open arms, and it's just fill myself up with it. Might as well go through winter with it. You know, winter is a tough time. So you kind of want to hang on to the good things, not the frustrating things. And for me, programming is frustrating. It's very rewarding in the end, but it's kind of a marathon, right? You You train and train and train, and it's so frustrating just to do one run, that one championship in the end, one competition, go through that. But in order to achieve that level where you can assume to win, you have to go through a lot of training. Beating Minecraft is nothing less than spectacular, okay? So, I do have to take care of myself yet again while doing this. So, where do I start? Okay. Nobody actually looked at this thing, which is the engine that I looked at. And it's pretty terrible, I think. I think people's... I think even, like, it's supposed to be Unreal Engine, right? Like, holy shit. It's supposed to be amazing, but if you don't have a hand to hold and go through the process of learning slowly, it is going to be overwhelming. Unless you're really dedicated, which I don't think anyone should be. Maybe they already have fans, and those fans are pushing them to do it. Maybe someone wants you to, maybe there's just a group of programmers that you know, and you just go through step by step, and you take it as an entertainment, as a social experiment of how you can achieve this. Maybe you're just blinded by the light and you think you can get 1,000 players to play your game, and that's good enough. But to be honest, for me, I try and achieve like the most pure quality stuff for my life, because I can't really afford anything that, you know, is a waste. I can't really do that. I have to really appreciate everything I have and just move on with it. At November 2nd, I talked about Eugenia. She has an interesting twist, as I've said. Relationships, they really help. They really help you connect with the rest of, like, the world as a whole. Just pick something to love, like, it's really gonna help. Mostly if it loves back, you learn how to love that thing. I'll just double check if I'm not missing anything. But yeah, it's that fucking simple. And why is this so simple? Why is love like the solution of, like, oh, you're skinny? Well, it's the solution because another person is not skinny, and they have different habits. And when you like a person and you fall in love, you kind of accidentally pick up their habits because, like, you want to be nice to them. You accidentally pick up a fucking burger when they pick up a burger. It's like, you do that. You don't even think about it that much. You're just copycatting the other person because you're just swimming in feelings. And that's all she needs, I think. She just still looks kind of lonely and left out, even though gaining internet popularity is somehow supposed to clear that up. But people are not very mindful of the hardship of just what it takes to build a relationship. You know, internet fame does not give you much insight of what kind of decisions to make, especially what I know. Like, you have political correctness team telling you what to do, what to think, how to feel mostly, because that's the only part that makes sense. It's like, well, you have to tolerate people and their sexualities, and then it stacks up to the point where, like, I can't afford this. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what gay is. I just say it's bad. So please, there's that, and there's a bunch of YouTubers who think, like, if you're a YouTuber, you're pretty much gonna end up single. Pretty much. Like, it's fucking weird that way, right? Even celebrities don't quite end up single, but they still do. And is that trend as well on the other side, I think. Well, it's the right thing to do to just stand on your own and not really talk about relationships, because those relationships will be broken up by drama anyways. It's very, very nasty perspectives, I think. I think it's just fuck, man. Like this one of the most prime things in life. Okay. It's such a prime thing. Okay. Just build it. Clearly, they use that ability to build relationships with other people, just to collaborate, to be noticed, right? It makes sense to some degree, but you gotta cut yourself short. You gotta cut yourself in half at least, and to call it cut yourself short is like, I think people would appreciate you having a relationship. I think you would become a lot more interesting. Maybe even PewDiePie fucking nailed it just because he had it going for him. Like, it really adds the fucking flavor of a wholesomeness, I would say, if you have a relationship. It really does. Like, one can carry the other very well because they spend a lot of time with each other, but they're still different as people. So you kind of want to get that peek into what's behind the curtain thing. Because another person would probably be more interested in that because they would feel like more normal and less of a YouTuber. So that's an interesting perspective, right? Just looking at the thumbnails and everything, it just brings me back. It's pretty good. This video ends up in me breaking down YouTube Rewind 2018. Beautiful. This is where I started really looking into YouTube Rewind as a thing. So I'm really, really excited to continue the series. We have 3 videos basically dedicated. This one is in the middle. No. Huh. Okay. Oh, that's how it ends. The video ends like that. The video actually hints at what I'm supposed to do. Since November 4th, I start preparing for YouTube Rewind. I didn't still know that it was cancelled, and it's sad news, but honestly, it was cancelled. It was cancelled from the very beginning. They didn't know what they were doing, so there was a cycle, a very simple cycle, I think. They created something. It was just a dance thing. It was kind of fun. They pumped as much meaning as possible, but they didn't have any meaning cultivated. They just only had rumors. Again, the political sides and then the standouts of other countries. Like, oh wow, this person blew up, so statistically, he's supposed to be in YouTube Rewind. Well, it's all bad. It's all bad, and it was still progressing. Okay, whether it was going up or down, it was still progressing. It was still different, and it's still worth exploring, I would say. To the point where 2020 now is our time to figure out what YouTube Rewind really is. We will have to put a lot more effort to just solve the mystery, I think. What is YouTube Rewind 2020? What is it? That's a mystery right there, I think. Because the progression for YouTube itself is lost. And we had a bad year for social interactions. But we have a perfect year for self-reflection and self-improvement. So you lose something, you gain something. There's never anything 100% bad, but it is always, every change will make you uncomfortable, and I think you can adapt. I think people doing a great job adapting. Maybe we don't see the people in pain at the moment, and we can't really judge life for what it is. But the people that I get to see, they're doing fine. They're doing better than me. Who cares, man? I'm trying to be the worst person who does the worst, man. As I'm so fucking morally righteous, right? So I'm just trying to inch myself into like normality. Of not doing quite well in life. Okay, so I can give a heads up to other people. Give my hat to other people when they do anything, cool. Attention worthy. So we got through that, right? YouTube Rewind. I looked into US election. Immediately after, I was like, people are talking about it too much. I don't like it. I don't like electoral college at all. We kind of understand Trump lost, because just Biden spread out quite well on the map. And however, Trump can still like flip states and all of a sudden just make a hat trick, just steal it. Steal the election. He can still do that. Would we be really mad about it? Or did we got 4 years to just kind of numb the pain of like other people who are like, oh, I really don't want Trump? Do you really not just want to stick with something and forget about it? Because every time a change comes, you kind of have to readjust yourself again and yet again. It's never really good. Change is never really good. It's once you start anticipating a certain change and it works. When you can make valid predictions. Yeah, change doesn't hurt anymore. But change does hurt. One way or the other, change hurts. And we have to acknowledge that. And on November 11/11, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez face off in an ultimate battle. No one really wins more than Justin Bieber, who showed up with 100 points and gained 1,800. It's an insane amount of points. It brings him to top 10 people on my list. And I'm not quite ashamed of this at all. Again, I liked his songs. And he made for a wonderful test round of just pure drama. Okay? Just pure good old drama. So no big deal. What is this? Well, in the end of the video, I was like talking about the magical world of just the world opens up to you sometimes, and you feel there's way more behind the scenes than you thought there was. And yeah, I mean, there's that. I have one problem with the new things that happened. There are people now on my channel just kind of chatting around on the voice chat and even turning on cameras and all that shit. I kind of have to just be the adult in the room and just overwatch them. It's still just kids, it's still just teenagers fooling around and telling each other freaky stories that they found in life. Maybe they're trying to normalize, like, I don't know, What's up? Maybe they're trying to understand their social anxieties or whatever, or sexual anxieties. Whatever's going on. I'm not quite participating in that. I think I already graduated most of the problematic stuff that happened to me. But even that's not exactly what I'm relating there. Like, I just sit here and Overwatch. It's just completely different realm for me when people tell their stories. Because I have no stories to tell. I feel like I was super antisocial. I wanted to avoid social interactions as much as possible. And, well, nothing weird was happening in my fucking piece of the world, so... Yeah. People are weird out there. There are some weird people out there. And probably fucked up too. In a literal sense. Who knows, man? Who knows how dangerous all of these social interactions are? Okay, and you can just lose yourself in it. I want to take it super seriously and super carefully. As I always do. It might break a lot of relationships because of that. And you can maybe accuse me of being myself way too much, but that's not an accusation. I'm actually am trying to be tolerant, okay? A lot of like 99% of the people are not tolerant to other personalities. But when you hit that 1%, if you hit anyone that's tolerant to you specifically, that's good enough. You can keep that person close. So that's a really, really good deal, I would say. And now I have at least 2 people like that. That's crazy. We hang out in my Discord. Cool. Let's see what happens next. I don't know how to progress through life, honestly. It's such a fucking difficult thing. Everyone's struggling on YouTube. I don't expect anything else. It's still a very, very young phase for YouTube. And most importantly, I think most of the things get revealed in the ending. So we have 10 years marked with rewinds. There's obviously 5 years of YouTube prepping itself up. And some people kind of nailing it down so they get a head start for, they get this kickstart where they guarantee to be famous for long enough time where they can just run a business and don't worry about a thing. Some people entered later on and they did their own thing. And each time they had to reinvent themselves if they wanted to enter YouTube. Simply because there's already a pile of content waiting to outcompete you and outrace you. But some content can push you forward, actually, and give you a heads up as well. It connects with you. Connects with what you're trying to do as, like, the next step in the story. So there's a lot of that going on. But the ending will, reveal a bunch of questions as well, I think. Because whoever is strong enough to actually enter YouTube game in the late game will be really, really influential in general. Because they're kind of kickstarting themselves off into the next generation entirely. These people have to know the next generation more than anything. And I do feel I belong here in this group. So, and these people are just filmmakers over here. Or rather gamers. I think gaming really pushes forward the idea of just making YouTube videos just for fun. Right? What do you do for fun? That's perfect. You play editing like a little game. Somehow you have to ensure that for yourself, and that's what kind of propels people forward if they really figure it out. to make videos fun for themselves, then they're gonna make it all the way through. All the old school YouTubers. That's cool. That's going on as well. I'm just gonna remark it that I do feel like the late first gen entry dude with tons of answers and tons of encouragement to neutralize the cringe, basically. There's a lot of cringe when you do run out of stamina, when you do think that your content is already defined in some kind of way. You can always find something fun to do, or just copycat. Just build a relationship again. Just build a relationship. Figure out what everyone else is doing. Fall in love with their work. But truly do it so it's still consumable, right? It's still like around 20 minutes long video, and not a podcast, and not a skit. Not something you just find. So it has to be a series of some kind. Okay? It has to be compelling to watch. It has to be a challenge. Like, in a way that just super fun for you, but you're exploring the world at the same time. I mean, people know this stuff to some degree, but you really need to like compile things together now. I can't do it because I'm fucking poor. I can only conceptually compile things. I can't quite do it. So that's what YouTube Rewind should be about, wouldn't it? A perfect video series. How do you make a perfect video series? How do you start off a perfect YouTube video series? Okay. Did MatPat figure it out? Because he makes like pretty good videos himself. I don't think so. I think I'm just as close to a perfect video series as anyone else, including MatPat. Like, you just sit here and just think about, like, well, what do we need? What do we need right now? What are we looking at? How do we disable comments so we have the most comments spitting out of our mouths, so we don't need anyone's approval or feedback? We don't need anyone, okay? We can just be fucking narcissists if we want to. If we want to. Why not? You know, that's what YouTube stands for. Narcissism. And you would think like, wow, that's a joke, right? No. You stand on your own and you just like, well, I'm lonely. Deal with it, assholes. Deal with it. The only feedback I want is a person in my Discord. And I think, again, I nailed every single aspect, including wannabe YouTube CEO moment. You know, I just want to be. And I am. Because I want to. And I have never met anyone who wants the same thing. You know, so I just am. That's crazy, right? I want to be CEO, and because I never met anyone with this dream, I am. I just am. It's just such a magical thing, but people will fucking, it will slip through their hands very quickly. I am. And I'm gonna crown myself as such. And that's the most narcissistic thing I could say, but it's humbling, okay? Just, well, I have responsibility, and I love my life now. I think it's a humbling moment, okay? And I encourage people to find something like that. Maybe smaller, quantities of fucking drugs of I am, man. Like, fuck yeah. But it's still something. No one has the guts to fucking do it. No one has the guts to do it correctly. Just stand up. It's YouTube. It's you broadcasting yourself. Like, are you kidding me? You can be as narcissistic as you want to be. That's literally the whole point. I can see like this ultimate freedom being handed to us, and we're just scared of drama, so we're not gonna do it, right? Oh no. YouTube comments are attacking me. I can't feel full of myself. Again, people will find those answers. People will find that this whole time we have been full of ourselves, we just never really embraced it as it needs to be until we transition towards, well, when people are not full of themselves, when people are kind of conserved. And someone like Onision can stand out as like, oh, he's a cool person. Really? He's surrounded with drama. Isn't he as bad as Jake Paul? And no. No, he's not. I don't think so. Usually the further fame you achieve, the worse it gets. Because at least to myself, I allow them to get knocked out harder. Okay, and especially if people start injecting drama, you can grow that too. It's a very simple system. So just... It's not an equal battlefield. YouTube is not that easy of like who has most subscribers is the most influential. That's not true. And it's such a weird environment to actually explore this entire year that I've been doing to understand that it's not true. The amount of subscribers barely tell the full story of your influence. Barely. I definitely bumped into channels that have 5 million subscribers and I don't care about them at all. I definitely did that. And they don't have to be foreign at the same time. But again, YouTube just kind of creates a road bump instead of an actual point of rejection where I don't like the channel, so I just throw it away. Nope. You're not influential. That doesn't happen. It's just foreign, you know. I can still understand the appeal. So let's keep going. We had the battle. The battle pass. We had the exploration of like YouTube timeline. And now it's very, very late, right? Like people are tired, they don't know quite what to do. Among Us is a good solution for some people. Oh, just stab people in the back and pretend nothing bad is going on. I'm not the killer. I didn't do nothing. I was doing my tasks. Madness in a Dark Moon Fair. New expansion for Hearthstone. And again, I equated my timeline as like, yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it make sense? Well, it does really feeds like colorful ideas. Let me just look at the names. Madness, corruption, of all things, something that I kind of introduced into my Discord as well. If you show up with a group of people and I pinpoint a leader, or not, I just corrupt all of them unless I actually like you, or you leave early. You get corrupted. Why? Well, you believe in some higher power, like some higher card has been played before you were played. You got corrupted. Congratulations. It's just such a weird mechanic to think about. Mechanics in general, like what do they mean in real life? So, that's a very interesting thing. Corruption is a group ban mechanic. Okay? And I don't ban people. I make them uncomfortable. It's good enough for me. Just make them uncomfortable. I'm not controlling a huge group of people yet. I can keep up so far. And I want to keep up to whatever is going on, so I probably will want to slow down a bunch of people or just weed out a bunch of people as well, even further from into corruption of like a noob section specifically for noobs. I'm not sure if I can do that. I really don't know what's possible with Discord, honestly. Yeah, maybe even multiple Discord channels would be required or something. As like steps of progress, steps of understanding what's out there, okay, and exploring fully. So multiple layers of the same Discord. Just like there should be multiple layers of YouTube channels. Like at first you watch very, very short clips of something, and then maybe you ease yourself into the channel. That way when you get introduced, no one can ease themselves into a 3-hour video. Like, no one can do that. We're all trying to like look at the thumbnails and decide for ourselves. It's a bad habit. So, I don't like it. I'm breaking it down as well. So, I think just looking at thumbnail is a bad habit. People invented clickbait many times over now, and it's kind of boring. It's kind of boring. You click on a video, and now what? Do I actually like this? That's how you have to feel. It's like, well, you made me click on a video. Congratulations. It's a really terrible feeling, I would say. A video has to be deserved to be clicked, right? Like I don't have a lot of subscribers. Maybe I deserve a little bit attention, or maybe not. Who knows? But I kind of just want to stick around and see what's going on here. You know, I want to feel welcome, at least as a creator of some kind. And obviously I'm just, I don't get enough random attention from strangers. People need to look after these small channels because we know how difficult it is to get that 100 subscribers, but how important that is as well. Because it can blow your channel up immediately. That's the question. Like Genius's like dream can figure it out, but you need even the help of Minecraft, the most popular game, to do it. And PewDiePie. He kind of piggybacked on those two things, and like, wow. That is not an easy alchemy to do for an ordinary person, okay? And yet, probably almost anyone has a chance to blow up. They just need a little bit extra motivation and a little bit extra resource of attention. Everything changes when you being watched. And your intentions are pure, right? That's the interesting part. People think attention breeds greed, but if you have good intentions, but not if you have good intentions. So I might have to have developed good intentions over time, and comments can't quite figure you out, okay? They can only judge you, and you will judge them back because you just don't like being judged, for example. So you can't quite get good intentions through YouTube comments, but maybe Discord is one of those breakthroughs where it's a perfect supplement for you to figure out what it means. What it means that you need to do. What it means that you intended to do with YouTube in general. What it means to be good. Those things are very, very difficult to answer, actually. Anyways, setting up more battles. Also took a personality test. Nobody cares. You still have to clickbait people. Don't worry about that. So, that's cool. I played Pure Paladin. I'm like, oh, now I'm winning games. Ha ha ha. Very funny. Well, it happens over and over again. I play a meta deck and it's way better than anything else. And it's pretty obvious. This is how the game works. You have to play meta, or you don't have a chance. You have to play good cards and good synergies, and explore. You can explore a little bit. If you're a deck builder, you can explore. You can build all the meta decks and see if you can actually push things forward and understand a deeper meaning behind something. And find a deeper meaning. Because there is such a thing. In a metagame, you know what your opponent has and can play and what you're playing into most of the time. What if you don't need 2 Libram of Justice because your opponents are not tempo-based? They're not playing any minions. But if they do, then Libram of Justice is a perfect card to shut down bullshit on the board. So there's a lot of choices micro choices that you have to make in order to build a perfect deck against the metagame, as well as just know what the perfect deck is in the metagame. So you have to kind of combine those two things. Sometimes those things are combined for you, but sometimes you do have to explore just a little bit further than what's normally expected. Other than that, I don't want to be too deep into Hearthstone. I hope I can push back a little bit. The idea of just it will get boring essentially, but I will do dailies and weeklies and all that shit. I do have to do it, and I still enjoy it to some degree. Still, I needed to prepare for the battle mode. And I did the ladies round, basically. Who's the hottest of them all? And obviously Brooklyn and Bailey just breaks the hotness scale quite a bit. So I had to give it up to them for just kind of keeping up with their results. They have resulted in a win, and they had already graduated. So they just defended the graduation process, well, that's what it is. You graduate with 500 points, and you beat someone up, and well, you didn't graduate, I'm sorry. Otherwise, if they would have lost, they would probably feed just enough points to help someone graduate. Then it's well, I submit defeat, and I will help whatever it takes to, get that achievement that you need to be visible, to be truly visible on my board, and so I care about you fully. That's what it takes. That's what this battle sequence is all about, I think. So yeah, we have this full introduction going on right now for an hour. Just looking back at the videos of how I handled November, because November is like a tough little nut to crack. Anyways, after 7 years Hearthstone finally helps me earn experience on single player. Well, not quite. Single player still kind of sucks. The adventures still kind of suck. But it's fine. You can at least get stuff on the other game modes. And the experience is not much. People can in fact complain about it. I can understand it seems a little bit disturbing. And I would love there to be like more achievements, maybe special cards that you need to play in your deck and grind the experience from those cards instead of just, oh, you have to do this with this card or whatever, like special moves with a card. I don't know, just playing a card is cool enough, just doing damage with a card or whatever. But sure, whatever Blizzard did is a net positive, very much net positive for just casual players, and that's what we're looking at, okay? We're not looking at a game from a perspective of a try-hard. We're looking at a game from a perspective of, I just want to have some casual fun and not really feed into the system of like, I have to always do my best. I just have to have fun, okay? When your priorities are fixed, the game is a lot more enjoyable. So it's not only a net positive, it also exposes a lot of idiotic ideologies out there that popular people hold. Okay, that somehow they care about the drama just enough to address it, which is not quite what needs to happen. I think maybe people have to be aware, like Hearthstone Mathematics is a good channel that will never take a stand that is not calculated. It's always going to be very much grounded, and it was a grounded video. And yet they still felt the need to apologize because of how much shit people go through in social media right now. But the reason why people go through shit is they deal with a lot of noobs. They deal with a lot of people who just think they deserve to just write comments and get noticed, basically. But that sort of process is a process of elimination, of ensured elimination. Like, you really need to know who's your friend and who's your enemy in order to keep your sanity. If you need feedback really, really badly, go for it. If you're a streamer and you want to fill in the time with feedback, that works. But it doesn't work when you just empty yourself. You're just emotionally empty, and you want like people to support your point of view. Maybe that doesn't work. So we have a little bit of Hearthstone drama going on that kind of outshadowed yet again. I'm doing a lot of drama videos against Hearthstone, by the way. A lot. It's a lot. I fucking hate it. Again, heads up for people who actually explore my videos and don't just click on whatever looks like a Hearthstone video or something. Heads up to those people. Whatever you think you want, I don't think you want it. I think you need a wholesome experience of understanding what's out there and how to think about it. Because that's what I'm trying to do this whole time. Just wrap my head around it so it makes sense. So I can just sit here and be like, nothing terrifying is happening. Maybe it is happening outside in social areas where just weird shit happens. For the sake of weird shit happening, okay? For the sake of anxiety release. But no one takes it seriously because people kind of know. It's a special place where just danger and drama is just a notable thing of entertainment, I would say. But here on the internet, it's a little bit different. You have to wrap your head around what exactly is going on. Because when drama happens, you're like, is this entertaining or is this hinting at something worse than that? Hinting at some people being inadequate with their views. So that's a lot to unpack. I hope I'm helping you guys do that. But we'll have to focus on the battles. And I did battle my pixels too. But I kind of want to just finish my stuff. I kind of have enough time to do that. And again, my emotions got split quite a bit. Now I just want to do this. Just so I have enough free time to do whatever it means to help other people. If they're around, I need to be helpful. And that's it. That's the basics. Alright? And figure the basics. Now. Yeah, Taylor Swift versus Avril. Let's fucking battle, am I right? That one didn't result, and this one didn't result either. I didn't quite find a perfect Hearthstone player that could battle Ben Brode. And how about that? How about because of all this drama, we just declare a simple victory for Ben Brode. Results. Ben Brode is at... I gave quite a few points. 636. It's not much, but it's a few points. Because of all the drama, I had to shut down the battle. I just shut it down. And whoever has graduated still sticks with it. No big deal. Now, let's put in chronologically Onision versus Jax films. Let's actually enter the battle mode as intended. But I still probably will do Taylor and Avril first as a warm-up round to like truly pick up the speed, pick up the pace. So first hour is completed. First hour completed. Let's make Avril and Taylor battle once more. It's still just an old school battle of who's the fire girl? Who's the true fire girl for my team? I already picked Taylor. I already feel Taylor to be like just the perfect person that I needed the most. And Avril is just a little bit of a wacky version of a fire person. It's just, you have Jake Paul and Logan Paul. And Jake Paul is a wacky version of a YouTuber, while Logan Paul kind of takes this seriously enough to where, like, yeah, I understand, you are an entertainer. Taylor Swift is a singer and a performance artist, and not just a Canadian, okay? Not just a rock star, and doesn't just disappear from people's point of view. She was very, very consistent, and that makes her just unstoppable force. So there is no win, but Avril can still get a bunch of points. So that's what we're looking forward to. Will she graduate? Will she do exactly what Justin Bieber did? And how long will this battle last? Because Selena versus Justin was so tiresome. It lasted 2 days or something. It's just unbelievable. The amount of songs they have. You can see from November 9 to 11. 2 days, man. 2 days, and I had to finish there one more day to just finish the whole thing, so 2.5 days at least. Well, but let's call it 2 days. Fuck it. Let's call it 2 days. We know from the timeline, I think, if we look into the story timeline, but who cares? Maybe no, because this was the timeline. This is where I was putting things down. Apparently, I really needed songs to battle each other every round. We'll see how I handle this time. Alright, so I'll prepare myself. I still need to take a little bit of a nap and drink some actually warm water and not just fucking cancer water. So 1 second. Before we go, let's just fucking get some Hearthstone in. Shaman just shot up all the way to 4. Are you kidding me? And all the classes that were good are even better now for some reason. What are you talking about? This is fucking weird. Alright. Yeah, it's a question. What the fuck? Shaman. Oh my god. Still have Pure Paladin going strong. I mean, there's probably some new cards. Let's find them new cards. Still Pure Paladin. But now Shaman is actually interesting to me. Because I think Shaman is like one of the easiest classes to modify. But it is just Totem Shaman. It is just a fucking package that you have to run. Yeah, it's a little bit different right now. Maybe based on the metagame. You don't normally run 2 Blessings of Authority, but maybe people just don't run removal anymore. Or run control decks anymore. Highest win rate. Aggro Demon Hunter. Or Soul. Mostly Soul Demon Hunter, okay. Very much mostly Soul Demon Hunter. That's a lot of games. What? Am I missing some? These are games, right? Who the fuck knows? Games played. Who is so fucking addicted to the game? And where's their strategy then? What the fuck is this card? So a 3/4 for 2 mana is legit crazy. Plus 2 damage as well. Yeah, I was like, this card is good, but like, what? Are you sure about this? It's fucking crazy. The worst card, however, is Acrobatics, and it's totally true. Abso-fucking-lutely. You actually want to run Skull in aggro decks. Like that. You actually want to. You want to run... you just want to cut these 5 bottom garbage. And just run juicier cards than this. And that's it. You got it. Apparently Sidekick is still kicking around. Dreadlord's Bite is pretty fucking decent, apparently. It's still like the highest Outcast card. So it's not even that good. It's really hard to tell here. Obviously, you run small shit because of Still Stepper, but it's still bottom. Still on the bottom. It's looking fall through if you find something better. So, that's interesting. I didn't quite check the Paladin win rates. Oh, there's Silver Hand garbage as well. People play a bunch of weird Paladin decks then. What's the win rate though? I think it's only pure Paladin there. Shut up. It's only pure 3 spots and Broom. Menagerie, what is that? Oh, it's like Nazoth, right? Oh, that's kind of cute, actually. I'm not sure why it's... Oh. The Hammer of Naaru is actually fucking crazy card, as you can tell. I wasn't lying when it was fucking broken the first time I saw it. Jesus. It's literally carrying this deck. And then you have Draw a Dragon. Murloc. Murloc with a draw. A 2-drop with a draw. But, can you afford playing this in, in a pure Paladin? Can you find a dragon for it? If it's so fucking high up here. It's fucking crazy. Well, I want Hammer of Naaru. It's still epic, so it's still very expensive. Okay, Demon Hunter. Obviously I need to check the pure again, in case there's something new on top that I was missing. Yeah, Altar Attendant is a win condition. Hand of Adal is a win condition. You have to take the board. Okay. Zealot supposed to be here. If it's not up here, then there's no reason to play the pure Paladin thing. The bottom card is Libram of Justice. It's literally a tech card that you have to really, really think about. And then Consecration is also a tech card. So you know I was toying with these cards a lot. Switching them out. Maybe it's time for some Phase Hunter. I don't know. Let's see here. What do we have? Kill Command is still the highest win rate card, which is absolutely weird. So weird. But technically, Hunters just kind of win through Burst. So like, anything that does burst damage is a win condition here. So Dragonbane is up there as well. And the Polkilt kind of piggybacks on a Kill Command. Okay. Freezing Trap and Pressure Plate. It's like nobody plays minions. If this is lowest shit on the metagame, people are not playing minions. At least for an early game. It means you can't just play these secrets. You might want to play anything else, to be honest. Secrets are just bottom tier. Similar with Explosive Trap. It's just burst. You can literally see that. So it's probably very much worth playing every other secret than these three. You would think that's fucking weird, right? Is there anything else I'm missing to understand? Eaglehorn Bow can also potentially be swapped. I'm not sure why Voracious Reader is so low here. That is so weird, isn't it? Aggro decks just can't quite handle drawing cards. And you would think this card is fucking broken or anything. It's broken in tempo decks. You need to refill your hand. And if you do that, you can still build boards. You can still continue playing the game. And most of the time, you're getting that chip damage every single turn. But here, you're kind of pushing your opponent. You're putting them under pressure and hoping they actually get into that position where they can't really play too many cards. They have to tunnel vision on survival instead of actually building anything against you. So it's a completely different strategy, and card draw does not work. Finally, we're gonna check Shaman. I think I'll check. Maybe there's another archetype for Hunter. It's still looking like it's old school stuff, right? But it's probably because of the games played. I don't know. What's going on here? I really can't tell, because I guess the games played matter, right? Still. But it had to be kind of washed away. I don't know. Last 30 days, you know? It's fucking weird. So the metagame is going to be shifting these 30 days pretty much. Okay, Face Hunter. All of it. All of it is Face Hunter, so we're not missing out on anything. Maybe we can look into Highlander Hunter just because it's a different archetype. Yeah, those are win conditions. And the lowest cards. Unleash the Hounds. Yeah, that is a bad card now. It has been out power creeped to a significant degree. It's surprising that Animal Companion is down here. But it is what it is. Not sure why people play this card or actually have success with it. But I guess it's a 2-drop. And 2-drops are actually hard to play in decks. People kind of avoid playing 2-drops because they're not power creeping anything. If you can play 2 1-drops, they're good. It's way better than a 2-drop. Right? So even though they kind of push through, not top tier cards. Mostly 1-drops are fill up the spot here. So it would be interesting to know what are the most powerful 2-drops in the game right now. Besides those stupid ones that aggro decks are playing. For some reason, just Blizzard doesn't print strong 2-drops. It's such a meme. It's such an overlooked part of the game. Oh man, I'm gonna poop myself, but I will. Oh, I have to look. Oh my god. Look at the archetypes for Shaman. I mean, you know I'm a Shaman player. You know I was expecting something like this. Or at least hoping for something like this. You have a bunch of archetypes. You have 4 archetypes in top 5 spots. And obviously the most interesting is Evolve, because this part of the game is actually like where you really want to know what's going on. Revolve is not a good card. Ha! What a funny little meme. It's not a good card apparently. They do run Mogu, but it's not a good card. Everything below 56, 57 is not a good card. This is bad. You have to play as like a control matchup rather. In this case. I'll look into it. This is interesting. The Shaman thingy. Mulligan win rate though. Is it worth looking after? Like, yeah, Revolve. Ugh, let me check. It is pretty notable, I guess. the Mulligan win rate a little bit if you really need to know how it well works. But I ignore it. I just want an overall power level of the card. Mulligan win rate is just really, it's just like a slot machine win rate, right? What do you randomly get? That makes no fucking difference to me. And in that sense, Revolve is better. But if you enter a late game and you miss Revolve, you kinda lose. Okay. You would think like Revolve is something you can actually buff by having decent cards that you can revolve in actuality. But it's not that easy. It is not that easy. This is very rare, okay. In high win rate decks, 51 is super rare as well. So you can literally cut this part of the deck and figure something else. Slurper is annoying. I don't usually play these cards. Maybe Panthera is not too bad. Somehow Questing Explorer is decent. I guess it makes sense. Dread Corsair is decent because of the Knuckle synergy. And you need that for sure. I'm surprised Circus Medic goes as far as it does. It does do 4 damage. It is a reach card. And reach cards are just insanely good right now. You can tell. So these are actually reach cards as well. That's what wins you the game. And definitely this helps evolution decks very much. Kept 100%. Interesting. Alright. We know Totem Shaman is a thing. I think it's pretty expensive if you compare it to Evolved Shaman. Galakron Shaman is the least expensive, apparently. That's surprising. Don't you play Kronks? No? What the fuck? So, yeah, this guy just shows up in every Shaman deck now. There's no way around it. Somehow Pitmaster came out of the pit. Somehow Galakron is the worst card. And there's no Galakron cards besides the Elementalist. See, that's what makes a bad deck when... Also, Devote Maniac is kind of a... how is it higher than Shield? That is so hard to understand. Well, it's probably because there's a bunch of aggro decks running around. You can shut them down. Not with the taunt, though, apparently. I don't know. Again, this is on the bottom. Mogi's on the bottom. Invocation is on the bottom. Pretty worthless. Look at that. Now, Mulligan win rate of this one is pretty high. When we looked back, it was low. What fucking changed? it is important how many minions you can play. And with Galakrond you can actually play a few more minions, I think. Every minion counts, basically. Enhanced Shaman. Okay. So this is pure reach. That is unbelievable. It's just pure reach. I don't like that, actually. Maybe I do. Maybe it's fine. Because, like, it activates Doomhammer. And Doomhammer is not a bad card. As you can still tell, it got reactivated. Fireheart and Torrent apparently, and Reader apparently are bad. Wow. That's good to know. I don't need a legendary then. I can already play this. I have this. Let's go play ourselves some stupid Shaman. I have 2 Doomhammers, absolutely. I think we can... No. Isn't the card draw? Yeah. The draw weapon is being played as well. Lightning bolts, am I right? You don't need that much reach. It's a little bit over the top. You have to play a normal playstyle, despite you having so much reach in general. Reach is just something that you enhance your deck with. This is literally a tempo package that's up here. Pure tempo package. Or tempo reach package. And then you have to fill up the rest with actually good cards. What, are you kidding me? Dunk Tank is worse than Lava Burst. Is this where we're going right now? Accumula is top and only one off. Let's pick this for a spin. 20 minutes into this, but well, it's a dream come true. Shaman is playable again. They really fucking buffed it for some reason. So I have no complaints anymore. We're playing Shaman again. Fuck yeah. No more pure Paladin bullshit. And this looks actually horrible. Lightning Bloom may not be like super terrible. But Mulligan win rate's pretty low. You definitely... Okay, we'll figure it out. All I need to know is this package. And somehow Lava Bursts also make it here, but I don't think that should be true. There's no even like spell damage buffs, which makes no fucking sense. Like, you have all the spells that do damage, and you have no spell damage buffs. What's the point? Anyways, let's do that. Let's see what's up. We're gonna actually hit a legendary soon. I can't wait. But something happened. Duelist. I like that. Alright. Let's build it. Let's figure it out. I used Highlander Shaman before. This is Evolution Shaman mostly. Somehow runic carvings are not being played. We need to know best tempo cards in order to build that shitty deck. So, also Eye of the Storm might be playable. Played win rate, what matters? If it's a dead card in your hand though, if it's gonna pull the win rate down of everything else. Alright, so I'm gonna try and build something. This is very much considerable card. Although, we are buffing a lot. Nah, I don't give a fuck. I might consider it. Yeah, that's about it. Oh wow, I don't have all the commons. Never mind. Pure paladin time. That's how easy it is. I need all the commons because I need the weapon draw. Actually, what if I just auto-finish? What kind of ideas do they have themselves? Beaming sidekick makes sense. Aggro makes sense because you want tempo actually in the very beginning. I think 2 of those is way better. I don't give a fuck about this. Do I? Oh, fuck. You can get Wind Fury on this weapon. And then have double spell damage. What? Well, I can get Wind Fury on this weapon. Look at that. I want dunk tanks. Oh, I can't have it. Should I corrupt this thing? No, it's an aggro deck. It's so fucking fascinating that you just can't do it on aggro decks. Can't I have 2 of them? Like, come on, dude. Wow. They added this in immediately. So I'll just pick one up again. Oh fuck. I need to craft it again. No, it actually looks good the way it built. I would just add my personal favorite. If anything. Mr. Wild Fiend. And Bloodlust as a win condition as well is possible. But maybe not so important. We'll see. So, we actually have some aggro going on here. I think we need Cumulo. Tempo, let's go. Let's see what this baby can do. That's turn 3. Okay. I will be overloaded next turn. It's not a good deal. But whatever. I mean turn 5. I can't play this. Never mind. Is it worth a lightning bolt? I don't know. Maybe? That was fast. An attempt in playing Druid. What is that class? I've never heard of that. I only heard about 4 classes. And Shaman is a big boy because he's in the end of expansion. For no reason. He just gets a good 2-drop, I guess. Ha! Weirdo. Looks like he's struggling so hard. Hilarious. I can even dodge the bullet right now. Of him removing this thing. It's so easy to summon Cumulo with Lightning Bloom, so I think the synergy is just something you can't avoid using. And you dump your hand very quickly. They deal with the board instead of your face. Shaman is the coolest dude ever. Oh, look at you! Hilarious. -1 card draw, am I right? Oh well. It's time to smash, I guess. It's time to smash like that, maybe. Is this good? I get Lightning Bloom back. I get 3 Overload. With 3 Overload, I get 3 mana left. It's kind of normal, right? I don't want to totem up, that's the problem. And then we play Maximus. Okay, he got some tempo. It's so fucking weird. Well, it worked out. I wonder why he was playing tempo all of a sudden. Whew. Yeah, reach is very, very good for tempo decks. Half of the deck must be tempo and then reach. Kind of aggro in reach. It looks like an aggro deck in the end. Looks like fucking weird, right? Whew, okay. One more game. We win 3 in a row, I'm happy with the deck. Ha! That was easy. We figured it out quite easily. God damn it, Demon Hunter. Playing all these shitty cards. It's gonna be so boring. You burned my mana. I can only play this. I don't even know why it's in my deck. Besides that, I didn't build my deck to begin with. It's probably better to suck in that hero power. Then I can buff everything. It's kind of strange that he can get trades. Let's see what he takes. Does not take the trade. He doesn't give a fuck, man. I wish I could just trade everything right now and show him who's boss. The trade wars, baby. Shouldn't I just do this? I guess not. I'm expecting him to run out of value before he can actually threaten me with anything. So I want to take the trades. Just because this is as awkward as it gets right now. Well, hello there. Yeah, that does hurt. That one does hurt. And I do have to draw some overload action, or I'm in a rough spot. Okay, he's in a rough spot. Does he even have card draw, to be honest? Ha! Taunt! Get out of here. I have 9+4. So pretty much go face and ignore what's going on here. It's time to stop. I don't care. It's all or nothing. So 3 games on diamond level for free? I don't know, man. That was easy. Kinda want another one. Just beating everyone up, apparently. We're having a wind rain after all. I mean wind chain. So might as well, because we're not struggling, I can add another game in the playlist. Let's go. It's not so good. We need like super duper fast tempo if we want to win. Super duper. Turn 4 what? Nature studies? Okay. He will play it 4 mana card, I bet you. Yeah, overgrowth, obviously. That's kinda cute. That's kinda cute, honestly. Isn't this like fucking weird? The weird kind of turn 5. Forced turn 5. You can't make this up. This is the best. Forced turn 5. Even he's overloaded in a way that he forced his turn. So push him down to 17. Pretty good deck. I don't know. New aggro deck, guys. We got him. And only thing you needed is just a little bit of reach with Shaman. 4 damage of reach apparently is good enough for the legendary. Makes sense. I would still rather have the 3 mana, the Fireheart. She's the cutest. I don't know if it's gonna go far enough. Pass through all the healing that he can do. Turn 8 is like the worst. So we'll see. I'm expecting to lose this for some reason. Well, the reason is like, if I draw 1 drop, I lose. I need card draw. Okay. Pretty sad. I kinda have to kill my own minion in order to get 3 damage. That's so weird. I don't think this card is that good. Now it's good. I'm sure like drawing a weapon would be so much cooler than whatever this is. God damn it. I don't think we can skip. I am not reaching anything right now. I don't think we can skip. Well, turn 8 we lose. Yeah, we lose. No? Well, I was hoping. That looks good. That looks good of a loss. If I draw something garbage, then I know what's up. You basically, in these conditions, you have to get card draw that doesn't suck. So it was a good highlight of my deck. You literally play non-aggro deck against non-aggro, and it's not that easy all of a sudden. Lightning Bolt. Definitely not something I want in my deck. That's weird. These things are reactive. I don't like it. But the worst part was Storm Strike. It looks like 6 damage, right? Actually, it's better than Lightning Bolt. By far. We still need to get those new cards, though. Did anything change? Or are we gonna get 2 Lightning Bolts anyways? Called Neolite. And basically more tempo instead of Lightning Bolt. It makes sense. Fuck yeah, dude. I don't know. Maybe we need 3 drops. Fill up that stuff. It will make sense. If we can force a draw, if we really need to force a draw, we can do that. There you go. Because that's kind of a card draw that you can force, or just tempo if you want to force that. It really isn't a bad card at all in decks like these. Shouldn't I play this card? Well, it's tough against taunts, because you don't want to leave the taunt up for your opponent. So for some reason it's not as good as you would think. Never really drew Doomhammer, by the way. Yeah. It's kind of sad to see 1 drops and 2 drops and 3 drops making a curve nowadays. That's what has to happen. And Lightning Bloom, super cool synergy with No Taker, absolutely. Plus 2 mana. That's amazing. Anyways, I'll just leave. We're gonna push this deck a little forward later on. I don't think I picked the right class, right? I have to go Rogue, Warlock, or Warrior. All of the worst garbage classes, unless I play duels instead. But whatever. Kind of running out of energy real fast because of this girl. Oh my god. It's the worst, man. Feelings are the worst. And so it begins. 10 albums, isn't it? Wait. What happened to fucking forward button? Please, YouTube. Don't do me dirty. Oh my god. Not really 10 albums, cause like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? She's just so fucking young, apparently. 5. Even Selena Gomez doesn't have 5. Seriously? At least 6. What am I looking at? Did I fucking missed everything? And then Avril has a lot. I don't think We Are Warriors is a thing. Is this a thing? It's not a thing. There's a lot though, potentially to unpack. Let's just call it 7 versus 6, right? Yeah, pretty much. But I don't know. Now I'm just as confused. Please, Lava, don't come back and haunt me for making a wrong choice. This fight can actually last as long as it takes to just equalize these two together. Because again, if both of them go at equal speed, that's what the battles are for, to equalize the score as well. The overall score that they have accumulated for whatever reason. So, let's see how long it takes for us to win. It's still on fire. It's still like 4.2 times the required speed for us, so it's never gonna happen the first time through. We're gonna burn, basically. We just gonna burn. Guaranteed, pretty much. And when it's cold, we guarantee gonna stop after the first fight, pretty much. We're gonna be satisfied, I think. And I was. It wasn't guaranteed what I decide with a fight, sometimes. Maybe I decide to cancel it. I don't think no one deserves to be highlighted as a Hearthstone player, so I just skip. I don't want nobody highlighted anymore. It's just the most difficult environment to actually navigate in the right pace. It's still fast pace, even though the expansion comes every third of a year or whatever. But there's always news and always changes to Hearthstone. And now there's even going to be a midway package of cards that will probably shake up the metagame just a little bit. Maybe we'll make another Shaman class, basically. A class that never really existed until now. But let's just begin the battle. I will do the timer. Right now it's very legit time. 11:00. We're gonna do like maybe 20 minutes each for a piece, because I need to ensure like the heat meter goes up properly. They have their own time to do their own thing. Whoever gets me comfortable as well will matter. We'll see how it goes. It is worth checking out and setting up a battle. Code, basically. Is this how it goes? Because I'm forgetting something here. I know it's the battle. I still forget the format though. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Alright. So currently... What? Why? Oh. Yeah, we're gonna enroll her really quickly. Gains 100. So, for the time being, Avril couldn't do jack shit. Okay? But now with a highlight, with a spotlight, let's see how she handles it. Or will actually Taylor hold that $100 advantage? Or influence 100 points. But let's just call it dollars. Who fucking cares? It's the juiciest concept anyways. So let's keep going. Alright, so that's done. It's only 5 points of worth because it's super early. But right now, in order to actually boost this system, and because it's so new and untested in a way, I even boosted it like at least 30% or something. It's really slow, I think. But if we can get like 20 points in 20 minutes, that's decent. That's actually decent. If we can get 20 points in a song, that's kind of normal, actually. And it depends when will we reach that level. But in order to do that, I cannot just heat up one artist. I have to actually touch a lot more. So there's going to be intermission, let's say 10 minutes each, to do anything else but the battle, actually. So, just saying, just we need to gather the heat from other places. And at the same time, my mind feels fried. As if I never get enough sleep, even though I sleep all the time. So who knows? I'm just probably messed up right now. I'm just messed up. So I can't really like get into the mood. But whatever. We'll see. Maybe it's just the beginning. Maybe I get used to this. Alright. What's going on here? Okay. Ah, 20. 20 in total. That's a lot. And then the final result of the round is gonna be who's winning and losing. So still plus 34 next round, guys. That's how it's gonna look like. We gain 5 points. She gains 20. We have intermission period where I can talk for 10 minutes if I have to. Yeah, Avril is a little bit more wild. And Taylor is a little bit more tame. Wow, what a big difference. So it's kind of what people choose most of the time. Based on this criteria, I think. If you're wild and misunderstood and you just want to go into the darkness for no fucking reason, just learn the darkness, because you live in the darkness anyways, you'll choose Avril. But then I'm like, well, I fucking hate darkness, get the fuck off me. I don't even like wild. Unless you're really that fucking strong and potent and you figured it out. We'll see though. I mean, again, Avril was my first pick. I'm like, well, I really, really, really like Hello Kitty. So, when the wild becomes a kitty. Now that's a fucking... People can understand that, but that's tame. That's literally Taylor Swift shit. That's almost like why Avril would be hated for, and I would love that to be a reality of who she really is. Like, wow. A wild creature going tame. That's perfect. So, That's my comment. Let's see how it all turns out for Taylor. Next round. Fuck you, Taylor. 6 minutes for a song? What the hell was that? Okay, yeah, so it is heating up. It is always changing and is actually growing. We'll see what Avril is up for. I'll just spend 10 minutes resting now. Intermission again, yay! Alright, 41. We still haven't hit the peak. We only know we hit the peak if someone actually falls down. And it's not just linearly up. It's getting close though. Let's see what the result actually is. Now we should be losing. And by a lot. Okay. Minus 42. So we're starting to slide into a loss very quickly. Alright. I'll take a break. I see if it's 10 minutes only. I am tired already. I'm always tired. It's just weird. But that's my life now. $69 minus 1. That's a lot of points, guys. Holy shit. This is still growing exponentially, pretty much. What the hell? It was very good songs, by the way. It's a pretty fucking good album. Haunted is super cool. Bad Intervention, Enchanted, also very, very decent. I'm gonna like Haunted real quick. That first intro is just repeated over and over again. Crazy. Wow, okay. I don't think Avril is gonna be able to beat this. I'm just saying. Finally, we fucking got him. Got him, dude. Is this enough to, like, bring the points back? No, it's not. But it's... Well, it's gonna be a good first round of rounds. Maybe after 5 rounds I declare first winner of how many points Avril actually earns. I still don't think she's gonna make this leap like Justin did from 112 to 700. So 600 plus. And gaining at least 200 of the battle itself. We'll see. I mean, it's just gonna progress as it is. She's gonna win, obviously. Who knows, again, who's gonna run out of resource first? Taylor's songs are kind of long, actually. Like, wow, what the fuck? Another 6-minute song. Okay. And Avril doesn't break 6 minutes whatsoever. Would be too disrespectful. I think she's very calculated on that. 3.5 minutes and up. It looks very calculated here. But she reverses the fucking score and 96 on me. Okay. We're gonna get demolished if this keeps happening. If we're losing the points, then we lose everything. Minus 145. Okay. Shit. Obviously it's still climbing. For some reason it's exponential climb, which is not how it's supposed to work. But because I added a different heat system, it does work that way. just does. It's not exactly good. I'll do like a tiny nerf for this. So yeah, let's see in one very hot hour we can get like three points per minute. In less so hot, it's 1.5. In the very beginning, it's barely half a point. I also didn't quite find anything special in her playlist. So I don't know. It's cool style, but like, jeez. If there's nothing interesting to listen to, if there's nothing that would go into ultimate playlist, it's not that great. It's easy to forget. Yeah, it's getting even worse now because it's 113. After the nerf. What the fuck is happening? And it's still twice as more as the last time. Oh man. I'll keep nerfing, I guess. There's a few things I have to do then. Alright, finished, let go. Let's do next one then. I'm just kinda wondering what is this though? Matrix mix? So he just mixes, okay. Yeah, there's always something mixed in it. Doesn't make an album. Also, when I pressed on red, the commentary was like, oh, it's the 4th album, of course. For me, it's the 2nd album. Where's the other 2? Jesus. See, I know Taylor has a bunch of music. Maybe he's just fucked up right now. I don't know. Unofficial. Yeah. We'll find out. The drama. There's not gonna be that much drama, okay? The album drama, yeah. So Under My Skin is the next one. Oh, and I finished the Sparks, I think. If that was the name of the... Yeah, Sparks Fly, okay. Okay, that's good. And I nerfed the shit out of my system. I'm hoping that it works out this time, but honestly, it's... When I say the shit out of my system, I don't do sudden changes necessarily. It's still gonna be like maybe 30% less. Plus 30% because I took a nap. And right now in 10 minutes, Avril got like 18 points or something. Or 24 points. So it's significantly less. Shoot. Well, we downgraded here. Here, as if we took a stab at this numbers, because they are fucking huge. Especially this number, that was growing exponentially too. From the previous one. Okay, so 10 more minutes, I guess. So, round 4 finished. We're just getting started. I shouldn't even comment on anything, even though I feel anxiety not doing it. Besides, yes, that is bad. Because I took a break right there, right in the middle. I took a break. And that kicked Lava's ass. Okay. Let's, I'm sure we're gonna get kicked ass, okay? Our ass is kicked. Guaranteed. There's no way out of this. And her score will reset again, and she will kick ass again, and it will last 2.5 days until I figure out how much I own. Alright, so I'm gonna come back for round 5 after these words. Okay? So you guys know potentially that Taylor is going to run the next year. Basically, be my president. Is that what fucking actually matters? Holy shit, you know, I take a step back and like, ugh. YouTube is just, because it's such a high effort job, you kind of lose yourself in it, and you can't actually provide anything as useful as I can provide to myself. Just sit here and make a video all by myself. It's very, very difficult to actually stitch together meaning when people have their own, basically, very niche interests. Very niche, man. Holy shit. And they can't actually see the wider world and the problems that comes with it. Okay, you can't see problems if all you're concerned is how other people live life. I'm just gonna adopt that and do whatever the fuck I want. Like, that's fucking crazy. Oh yeah, all I need is money, and then I do whatever I want. The biggest scam ever. And it's working so very well. People are basically destroying each other's lives for money, right? Because if a person who needs money and doesn't have it, their life is destroyed. And whoever has the intelligence to take away someone's money, and they do it, they're super evil and very hard to detect. It is an unbelievable game of life going on, where the imposter is actually very, very obvious. It's the rich person. It's the person who's trying to make that YouTube video, you know? And is not gonna be killed from the very beginning. So, pretty interesting, right? There's so much interesting stuff if I just sit down and figure out this format exactly. If I figure out my life exactly of what I need, what kind of moves I'm supposed to make, and how to be just a little bit narcissistic, just a little bit full of myself because I fucking hate people so much, might as well start burning that resource. So I will have to have a president narcissist leading the way. How do I live my life? Just doing whatever I want without money. Okay? Is that even possible? Can I do whatever I want without money? Because people immediately detect you like you don't have it. So why are you so narcissistic? But in reality, like, if I don't have it, I don't have nothing to lose. I can go all in into anything. Especially, or rather excluded, jobs. Because when you're offering a job to me, you don't know whether I want money or not. You don't know that. And maybe I'm not supposed to tell. We're gonna dissect what a narcissism is immediately next year. And start from there. Maybe we can even start from just forget about everything. Let's start fresh. Maybe that would be the way. Because the moment you suck up a lot of responsibilities, you kind of want to run away from those responsibilities at the same time. And just, it's not that easy. Life is not easy. I'm not saying I have everything figured out. I just feel that people don't actually have strong principles to figure things out in the first place. They have the ability to live life, and that's amazing. They don't have zero clues on how to save lives, of how to not kill people, how to be decent at least, how to be in that zero. You gotta pick up tons and tons of clues how to do that. And a YouTuber is automatically not a decent person, actually. It's not. And just being entangled in that circle of people. Now, why is it not a decent person? Because they're all scared. They have to do whatever it takes to get attention, and on top of that, they're scared of the authority that can pull the plug anytime. They're also scared of the viewers and their authority as well. They're pretty much strapped like rats to spin the wheel or run a wheel of constant content. You don't want to be forgotten either. There's tons of traps, but the biggest trap of all is playing into traps. You know, pretending that there is an authority of YouTube, pretending that you do need attention, pretending that you do need an audience to love you. Why not just let them hate you? Whatever. And in the end, what was the last point again? That you have to constantly upload content. You upload at your own pace, obviously. And you don't set the pace, obviously. You need full freedom. YouTubers are not decent. They cripple their freedoms. I don't know why. We all have freedoms if we have parents, right? Or then they get the freedom that we need. And they're just terrible parents. It doesn't matter if you hit 18, if you hit fucking 1 million years old, if you still have parents and they can still survive on their own, they're at least your friends, but they're worse than that because, you know, they consented to say that reality sure works the way that it does, and it's going to be sustainable for life, for the next generation of them. I'm their next generation. I'm parents' next generation. You can't just fucking throw that away. Okay, you have to hang on to that as your life depends on it. Like, there's no fucking way. Okay. If you can stack money on top of yourself, then you can question everything. If you have the freedom to be taken care of by parents just a little bit longer, just an inch longer, just question everything while you have full freedom. Because that's when your mind opens up. When you have freedom. When you don't have freedom, your mind closes and you walk away. I can't talk to you anymore. I can't understand you anymore. You're stuck in your life, in your mindset, in your bullshit. You really, really wanted to be entertained. You really wanted to chill. You really wanted to take drugs in the end. The story gets convoluted and stupid. I took my time. I'm obviously in danger of my own, of like, I see all these people, and I have no freedom of my own. They don't understand me. They're never gonna slow down, are they? I can't just bet on that. I just have to keep improving and keep improving exponentially. And the moment I break through my biggest barriers, which is becoming a good person now. Not a decent person, a good person. A good person automatically gets attention, and a good person automatically is valued, one way or the other. You can throw trash at a good person, sure. And if I allow that, it's gonna hurt quite a bit. But I have to prepare myself for this. Very simple change of life. it's, every step is like the worst. The worst decisions have to be made that nobody's talking about, so I'm like freaking out. Like, that, you don't just get money. You don't. And if you do, we all killing each other. So you're just admitting murder. Okay? If you just like, oh, just do a job, get money. Yeah. I love that. I would love that. I would love that we have so little freedom that we already have life figured out. Wow. You know? We're so smart when there's little freedom on predicting things and liking things and avoiding things and just being so pretentious. But we have this tunnel vision and we like see everything in that tunnel. We literally see nothing around us. We see no opportunities that involve your actual skill, your actual guts right now. We don't see any of that. We don't see the shadow market at all, which is not next year. Next year is about just unleashing full potential in every direction, just sparkling around, just fireworks, okay? Until people are like, God, what is happening? I need to know what is going on. I need to get close to this fucking bullshit and figure it out. So, it's probably the scariest year so far that's ever gonna happen. Was this year scary? I don't know. It all comes back through reflection lens. There wasn't anything spectacularly scary, but nothing ever happened in my life that was actually scary. I always ran away from the problems, and they didn't catch me. And right now there's still a stack of problems that make no fucking sense, and I guess I'm running away from them, but nothing really gets solved in the end. If I kept my job, I think I would have been a lot happier. A lot happier. Right now I'm like, I just hate everything. I don't have much freedom. I just hate everything. I don't know where my life is going at all. But that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people that should be uniting and should have the right type of glue for themselves. You have to brace yourselves, because holy shit. For me, it's gonna be easy. For me, I can run the race and pick up whatever I need immediately when people rewire themselves. It's like, yeah, I know what I need to do in life. I just need friends. Well, I know that, and I know how to treat friends, how to be friendly, how to keep my tolerance. Okay, you need more than just knowledge of your first moves. You can't just be nice either. You have to be actually very, very aggressive towards friends, because you want to establish it properly. You want them to know how it works. And you do rigorous testing, and it's not science. It's not science. It's almost like playing a game. Okay? And it might end up in hurting them because they're too weak. But that's how children play. That's how children make friends in the first place. And over the internet, we're still children again. We're still fucking struggling to do that. Despite how good in the conversation we are, we might not be good enough. So it's just a very, very terrifying next level, I would say. Okay, sure. Because when you don't have money, you need just people around you that actually care, that can actually unite for a cause and flip a card in your life, change something. Making small little changes that mean a lot will make it a big change, but only personally for you, right? You know, if you do this, you're so committed to that change that you know what's gonna happen afterwards. It's your personal change. People have to believe in you. First, they have to believe in themselves, obviously. And they have to believe in themselves quite strongly, not just intentionally of like, I will do this no matter what. I will reply no matter what. You can have these principles and you don't know what's exactly going on. If they're actually if they actually know what they're doing in life, but who cares? I don't want to put anyone on the table. Unless they hurt me, then I do Taylor Swift move and I do put them on a table. It's just inevitable. Exposure will happen. People cannot just be hidden in the shadows and be like nameless and everything. But don't give them the pleasure of copy striking you. You have to actually get to know them, not just show them to the audience and run away with it. This is why I actually understand YouTube stand, and it's kind of harassment level. It's kind of copy strikeable. It's kind of you using their content, and it's not criticism anymore. It's just you wasting your time, type of stuff. Get to know them first. You can't get away without trying to make friends. Okay? That's your main goal. So remain nice. Being nice is not that bad. It just means you care about making friends. And if you're nice for wrong reasons, then you're not only not nice, you're completely ignorant. You're completely foolish at this point. You have no idea what to do next in your life. So, or where to start. Because you're nice to yourself. It's like, well, I probably have a life that's working out, right? You know, you're gonna be nice to yourself. You're gonna kind of believe in yourself. It's like, well, I don't want to believe in myself, but I do believe in myself. You know, like, if you don't want it, then you probably don't have it. The reality is built out of dreams. It's kind of a huge resource. Okay, if you share the same dream with your friend, that's a relationship all of a sudden. That's a building block. Okay? Dreams are building blocks. Now, the actual dreams that you sleep through are nasty. At least mine are nasty, like, Jesus. But sometimes they involve a person that I care about, and it just makes everything fine. It's like, I've seen this person, I still care about them, and I would love to see them in my dream again. And I don't care what the dream was about at all. I just care about the person. It makes for a very, very weird dream in a way, but I do that because I know I will only remember that little part that I have seen them again. That they're on my list, let's put it that way. They're now on my list. I did the homework. It's a lot of work. And so let's go back after we recalibrated what my work truly is. Let's go back and see how the fight unfolds on round 5. Yeah, Taylor is not gonna fuck around with this. After this score is applied, it's probably gonna get neutralized. Also, Geo is the girl that I have. But I just have a girl. I don't call her girlfriend. And she's gonna grow up fast. Let's see what happens, you know, when actually a person wants to grow. Such a weird play of words there, isn't it? Maybe accidental. Maybe it always works. You just name yourself something and it always works. It just kind of fucking works though, doesn't it? Because the longest thing that will stick around is your fucking name. It's the worst. And the impression that people have about it. So yeah, Taylor gets 174 points. Or 72. Let's see what's the score right now. After I lock this. Okay, after I do Avril. I don't know, Avril is super boring on this album. Really boring. And I don't even know if Taylor actually has 2 more albums that I missed. Because I definitely missing a few songs that are super old. Okay. And they're still good. But Avril is goddamn boring. There's no other way to describe it. It's all about influence. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So 7, 8. Here you go. 6 rounds. That's what I have so far. Let's do in groups of 3. And we're gonna lock it at some point. I'm actually thinking of removing this system and just doing the game version because it's getting out of control. I would just be clicking here. No stats, please. But I would have to run the game to do it. The reason why I want to do this is because goddamn Unity wants to save every single move I make. Every little fucking thing I make. They want to save it. It's the stupidest thing, so I can undo. I have to double check if that's possible to remove entirely. Okay, there's still one chance I can clear undos. Or actually everything, clear all, and it does work. So when I ping, I'm trying to undo twice, but it doesn't work. It only undoes once. I don't quite use the feature, I use it a little bit. So it's only applied to the ping, it's only applied to where it starts lagging. In actuality, after I press ping a lot, it starts lagging, and it's obvious why. It's very obvious to me. It's recording a lot of shit. And maybe even after a save state, after a few save states, it also hurts the system. So who knows? I just want to clear everything up. I don't need the feature anyways. If I need to record something, I just do it myself. Yeah, most of the time you just need to do it yourself, but holy shit. That's just a wormhole of a bad advice. Because a good advice is something that actually is easy to explain with context. This is still pretty good though, context-wise, I don't know. Let's keep going. Oh, oops, what's that? Yeah, this is fucking stupid. Now it works perfectly, I think. Oh man. I hate it because it actually feeds into the context like someone ordered one-on-one on Onision and just like didn't quite receive the message of who to contact to actually make it happen. Because he apparently has a manager or a manager account. Who cares? You have to email and set things up, obviously. But Onision also banned the person right after sending that message, so it's like, it's fucking creepy. Weird and stupid, okay? It's weird and stupid. How unorganized we can be, and this just proves it. Because I sit here and I'm like, God damn it, I'm so frustrated. What do I do? Well, I have to solve the goddamn problem. That's what I have to do. It's so fucking frustrating, but I still have no idea what I'm doing in life. I'm still probably making tons and tons of mistakes. But you just gotta fucking put up a smile and go through with it, cause fuck it. Eventually you're gonna realize how stupid you are. But if you do it, you take all the credit, so I don't know, man. It's a pretty good investment. Alright, finished another album of Taylor. Okay. Let's finish Red then as well. And try and find what the fuck were they talking about. 2 more albums, dude. I do have another way of, like, knowing when to swap, I think. I could look at the heat and when it actually synchronizes. I could make the swap as well. It would make more sense. So Lao would need 20% more heat now. It should be synchronized. They should have the same input of power while we stacking up what they can do or not. So I kind of just want to forget about the timing here altogether. This is how it looks like, but the round is not finished until I match the heat and see what happens. So Lava should be actually winning this whole time until we finish, or I finish watching all the albums, listening, and then I'll see what the most favorite songs are, I guess. Which ones I can actually listen to. And then that will be the ending battle as well. 2 separate battles, potentially. There's no drama, so that's fine. There shouldn't be any. I mean, Avril should just get points and be graduated and everything. And it's like her spotlight specifically crafted. Because I lost her points and I have to restart everything. I'm sorry. Alright, so I went through like 3 rounds or something. And it's looking healthy, I guess. The best part is obviously like the best damn thing is actually the best damn thing so far. Like, Avril really figured it out, basically. Releasing 3rd album. As so I read it. And obviously wasn't that difficult to find the old school Taylor stuff. And holy shit, old school Taylor has a lot in there. And it's all good, basically. I don't like old school Avril at all. But yeah, Taylor's fucking nailing everything. I don't know. Even if it's not good, it blends in quite well. Doesn't make me cringe or anything. Anyways, let's keep going. Alright. I'm a little bit concerned that Avril is just gonna burn out very quickly. Maybe? Who knows? I should... Well, I'll keep my concern in the background because it actually matters. I'm improving a little bit, changing the way that I do things right now. I still don't think heat is actually a good thing to focus on. It's a little bit hard to do that. What's actually easy to do is like, okay, I let them get 10 points. Let's say a round amount of points. So if it's round 11, now it would be round 11 next round. So I'll give them 11 points, then 12. And after 11 points, if I'm still interested, even though I'm wrapping up my interest, I'll still push forward a little bit. And maybe they have resources to burn or something, and make me interested. So, you know, I don't know, but I'll keep pushing until I lose my interest, and then I shut it down and switch. And that's it. That's how I make the points. So you can barely squeeze some bonus points, but sometimes it works out quite well. It's a lot easier that way, because, like, I don't want to sit through garbage and feel like shit. If I swap, it's always interesting to swap. So, depending on how long I can sit through, and 11 seems like a good number. Anyways. What do we have for the points? 165. The second battle is something that matters a little bit more because it's shorter, but it's still the same size battle, 25%. So it could really hurt, or we could really win and not be hurt at all. I'm not sure how to look forward to that. Also, since I switched the album, Avril's still pretty good in this one, okay? Pretty goddamn good. No complaints so far. I know it might actually, like, downgrade a little bit, or, like, stay on the same range, but it's, come on. That's the one that I like. I'm just surprised how Taylor was kind of consistent, and even better, have been able to improve. Although Lover is kind of meh. I don't care about Lover that much. Although, like, it's probably worth comparing it once I get there. See what my opinion truly is as a whole. Like, it's really hard to actually get an opinion, apparently. Alright, I think picking one battle at a time and realizing that it's an entire week adventure, basically. It's not something you can do in a month. It's not something you can rewind with. What I have to rewind with is just get a taste of every story that can be compiled naturally, in a way. Every single story into a bigger story. Basically extract, like, quick value out of bullshit. And I only have 1 week to do it. So I shouldn't be stuck in one battle for a few days. But at the same time, while we're rewinding something, we're also recognizing, hey, these things will expand into their own adventures for next year. If I feel like I'm bored or something, if I have to do something, I do this. If I feel like I'm super stressed out, I can do this. If I feel like I need to watch a movie, no, I can do this. And it's still more productive and more interesting than just allowing randomness to take over. Because most of the time you don't know what you want to do. You're just gonna do you're just gonna fall through floors and end up doing the same loopy thing like me playing Hearthstone is it gets a little bit loopy. I'm so glad single player is rewarding now, so I can just do that. I can just explore that, or like do duels or something. Anything different, anything non-competitive, because holy shit, do I hate the adrenaline rush just to win a game, just to fucking worry about winning a game. I should be worrying about just making cool moves while I'm at it. So yeah, duel's still pretty good because you get to do a lot of cool moves. Anyways, yeah. If I end now, the battle ends at minus 176. Whatever that means, I've only finished. I'm here, right? So it's the third album, maybe? No, it's the fourth one. The fourth one, still pretty good. I don't know why it's Goodbye Lullaby, by the way. She's sweetening it up so badly over time, and maybe Taylor is going like darker each time as well. Very interesting switch, I would say. Also, that's weird. 40 comments. Yeah, it is tough to watch and comment on these videos. Oh man. It's a really big challenge, okay? Going through every single album, everything, as if I shouldn't have explored it already. I should have, and I didn't. Well then, move on. Let's fucking move on, right? So yeah. I'll have to look into all these battles and just prepare you to rewind as it's supposed to be. I think there's some juice in here, so let's just quickly recap one more time how we're gonna do this after I look through this. Yeah, so the creator of Minecraft and the boundary breaker. The breaker of Minecraft. Thank you very much. I think Belle Delphine like single-handedly created a huge rush to social media to just look for them simps, man. I don't know who Boogie is, honestly. I don't even know how did he got so far. It's mostly H3H3 podcast that I consumed, and that's what it end up being as. I don't think it's a good battle, actually. We can look again for top graduates. For anything, literally anything right now would be amazing. I do believe I put Oliver somewhere. Even though I kind of don't like the guy. Yeah, I put him here. Even though I explored YouTube hardcore mode, I don't feel that excited about it. Holy shit. But I'll just follow it up. I want to see if maybe it is exciting after all. Maybe it's way more exciting than just watching random videos, by the way. So it's like, well, I would be still doing that anyways, so I probably can just do the battle format and see what happens. Way more interesting. Also, I'm just bumping into people that I've already explored, and it's like, yeah, it does suck when you suck all life out of it. Yeah, and when the battle lasts long enough, like, that's what happens. You don't want to come back to it anymore. You know everything. And that's fucking weird. Gaps. Captain Sparkles? I don't think I want to have it. But he is here, simping around in the wrong location. Very bad. Very bad. Yeah, I don't know. Where did I put toast, though? Where is he toasting? Also, it should be on the lower bracket, not higher bracket if I put toast somewhere. If I didn't put toast, I'm confused. I did put toast. And I put toast into a toaster. Yeah. Straight into a toaster. That kind of doesn't work anymore. So I'm expecting to lose a lot of points right now. Jesus. Well, no. Why did I separate like this? I guess I was like, oh, I can totally do this. Yeah. So I'm still gonna have to manage all of this stuff. Let's look at else. Yeah, the coldest girl award. It's almost like an award territory. You're beating someone up for the award. So in that sense, I would easily find anyone to fight Belle Delphine, actually. Literally anyone. But it actually is difficult. Is Lana in there? I don't care about Lana, though. Shit. Man. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. I don't know. There should be something there. I don't want to book anymore. But maybe. So that's so many questions. We can at least call him a simp for no reason, just because he's fat. That's automatically a simp move. Being fat. I don't know. It's not a simp, by the way. He had a good wife for quite a while. But I think he played into a trap. Not that his wife was bad, but psychologically speaking, you can actually manipulate your wife to do bad things to you in the end. And it's terrifying, actually. Like, anyone can fall in love with you, but you will screw it up. You'll just screw it up. So this is actually a nice duo. Thinking that, oh, there's definitely no love and chemistry between those two people, right? That's pretty cool, actually. Okay. So this one is obvious, okay? It's proximity and magic and cold as ice girls. So, like, go figure. Which one is better at those things? Monica has nothing to do with YouTube and everything to do with me and maybe PewDiePie a little bit. Infiltrated. Fuck yeah, dude. I like infiltration. Anyways. Katy Perry and Miley Cyrus. This is a spotlight for Miley Cyrus. You can tell. But it's a very shitty spotlight. It's not even on fire. It's just a very shitty one. This is literally a spotlight for both of them. Like, whichever is better at this point. Two singers. They don't quite get their own spotlight. I'm sorry about that. They're still kind of fresh out of the oven anyways. And they can do their own shit. I don't know, man. That's another one of those dead people moves. Can I remove Rita? Cause like, damn, that's cringe. How can I fucking do that? I know I put it highly. I put almost everyone who does anything. So it's like, what can I possibly come up with? I literally just listen to random Nightcore. just random Nightcore. I think it's around 550 or something. Let's see right now. Probably can just do it. Yeah, 550. I'm not gonna do exactly 558 or whatever. So highly in Naruto, like in anime wise, and it's a very interesting thing, isn't it? I don't think I watch anime anymore, or I would watch anime anymore. I think that fucking phase is over. It's all phased up because it's trends, and it's quite interesting how I phase. Okay, that's an interesting thing to observe. It's a very interesting job to do. If you have absolutely no job, I think I invented the best job ever. Just document yourself. You will love it, at least. You'll love just sitting there and not worrying about anything because, well, you're completely lonely and rejected. So just, well, I'm probably the most interesting person in the world right now, actually, if you reject me. Because I'm not a part of society, and I phase into things my own way, and I fucking react to it. Maybe even more sensitive to those things, to changes. But also more positive. Right? It's like, well, bad things are happening to them, good things are happening to me. Because socially, you can't understand what's going on to them. They have to always share it. But if something good happens, then yeah, it's just me, and I don't have to share it, and I don't have to talk about it. I can just hold it as feelings, as whatever. So, yeah, anime is not happening, but the world of Naruto is always the strongest piece of shit. It's almost like Hyli's trying to get herself a spotlight. That's what's going on. It's still a cold battle because Naruto needs a boost from 7 points, as if he doesn't exist. But it does, okay? It helped me a lot. So it's a very tricky battle. Let's see how much time we have. 8 minutes. I think it's fine covering like half of the battles quickly, warming up. Because next episode I'm gonna do the same thing but deeper. But not too deep. Okay, I have to like keep myself on check. Not get too deep because like holy shit, I'm not gonna get anywhere. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. This was a fucking trap this whole time. Besides the idea that yes, I have to improve my system a little bit if possible, and I think I did that. I think I can move on to just rushing through these. And the faster I cover more people, the hotter it gets, the more points they get. So everyone wins. I get my fucking job done. Cover my next year adventures, if anything. Because the best way to rewind stuff is to actually prepare for the future by enjoying the past. You actually peek into the past, but nobody cares about the past. We should just look into the future and what we're gonna do next day and next day and next day. So we're not gonna get bored. We get more prepared, basically. It's more of a tactic for preparation and finding friends and content that you can watch. Just because your friends don't talk to you, they're not necessarily not friends, okay? Because in the end, you'll figure out, like, whoever, like, gives up their fame, because fame is what makes people ignorant and not talk to each other. It's fame. It's like, should I be doing this? Or should I just pretend to be famous, you know? So, like, yeah. People are annoying right now. Or they just have nothing to say, then it's just another fucking problem, right? But whatever. It's literally the most important skill, by the way. I have it, but it's not being appreciated, and I'm not a part of society. Communication? No, not a thing, actually. Motivation? Maybe. Tease? Maybe. Maybe a thing. But communication? No. Not really. You can get anything you want from the internet, except the internet actually caring about you in any capacity whatsoever. No matter what you do, they won't care. You can make yourself pretend that they care about you by giving the internet something that internet cares about. It's just such a fucking weird system. Anyways, Against the Current lead singer versus Demi. Why am I not excited about this? What the fuck? It is kind of icebreaker move here. Demi has very low points. She needs to start getting enrolled into school. Still not graduation process yet. It's fucking weird, man. Enroll. Get the 250 already, Jesus. She's worth it. I hope. Now, if we look the other way around, right? Because this way looks kind of boring. We can look the other way around and ask ourselves, yeah, 2018 we got Fortnite. At 2019 we got nothing. We got nothing. We got miscommunication entirely. What was I doing in 2019? Don't ask me. I was just making money and then I lost everything. The next year. Next year was not for me. This year was not for me, guys. Money makes me too safe, apparently. So that's cool. And not happy enough if I would receive it or something. Oh, man. Everything is stupid right now. 2020 was pretty bad for me too. That's all I got. Oh man. Am I really excited about Among Us and all that shit? This is another wall to break. There's just a lot of stuff to break through, and I think we need maybe to understand a deeper meaning behind battles, if there can be a deeper meaning. Obviously, the deep meaning is like, we have to embrace those people as much as possible, and whoever is growing right now should be growing right now, and everyone else should contribute to the growth of that person. Maybe battle mode, not a good idea. Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe we have to look at it differently completely. Maybe we should set up a growth requirement and see if people pop into that. Like a growth spotlight. I get it. It's cool when things battle out and they grow very fast, but they don't involve other people. It's not a mix of things. It doesn't make me explore things and build the environment properly. When two people battle, they steal the spotlight, and it's not very good for Rewind. In other words, two people battle equals drama, and we don't need that right now. We simply don't need drama. Because it's too long. It takes too long to actually break down drama. Okay? Right now, it's not when you're supposed to have it. We need to make sure that everyone's involved. That's another thing about drama as well. That's interesting, isn't it? Also, drama excludes a lot of people. There you go. That's a good way to look at it. So we're gonna start breaking it down. I think I'm gonna set up another rant video to do just that. We're gonna break down the problem. Yeah, we're gonna continue basically part 2 of this thing and figure out a pattern of growth and not battle anymore. A pattern where someone kind of graduates because they're relevant this year, maybe, or just relevant enough as a growing person. But I just did it this year. I'm like, I picked up all the people that I care about, but I pick up the people that I care about, not the people who are super active right now, that kind of deserve to be rewarded and looked at because they might just be still active next year too, you know, like, who's the most active group of people this year? I think it's a pretty good question. It's probably a good idea to ask. Who was most active during this time? Despite them becoming popular or anything, it's all about that growth. I think TikTok is like it's like a shadow. It's like a big fucking cloud. A storm coming, basically. Looming over everyone. Because it's a big thing and no one really knows what it is, necessarily. How do you use it? Because YouTube is supposed to use that. It's not like Sniper Wolf just nailed it, right? You just sit down and react. Fuck you, Sniper Wolf. Even though she does have 20 fucking million subscribers, which is mind-blowing, okay? It's just, wow, okay. But I guess it's one of those times, like, yeah, you're a girl, you can't just play Minecraft and be popular. It's weird, right? Wow. No one looks at you as a gamer girl and pretends that, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and you're like the smartest person to look through, or like the most engaging person. I think women actually make terrible decisions that make their playstyle very uninteresting and uncompelling. So, I guess Sniper Wolf still found her niche. So that's cool. It's just a very interesting thing to explore. And she was active. And she probably is active forever now. For the longest of time. So we have to reward these people who I'm subscribed to, and I'm like, well, you're still fucking doing something. I guess you're worth a second look, let's put it this way. What do you have been up to this year? Maybe tell some kind of story too. But most importantly, well, I don't know what's most importantly, honestly. Most importantly, it's for me to recover my story. Who am I? Because I declared this year, I'm YouTube CEO. Accidentally. Whoops. I poured in so much work from my higher background in game development, and I realized game development has nothing to do with my life right now. My life is supposed to be battling my antisocial behavior as best as I can. It's still my biggest enemy, and it's manufactured enemy. I think you can barely blame yourself for the position you're in life. You can only blame that little shit enemy. That's so the society doesn't get the blame either. The society can get a relief of like, yes, you're antisocial because we created a monster, so now we can battle it together, right? There's no blame. No one's in trouble, is there? Because no one wants to grow you in power, knowing that you will take revenge. Okay. In other words, nobody would like me to be YouTube CEO if I wanted revenge. You know, that's not exactly a good idea. Even though Revenge is a song about creepers, so go figure, okay? Which is me. Very related, apparently, to revenge. I don't know. The only revenge I want is to the people that I grew up with, that might still care about me just a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's more of a revenge, portion of revenge of like, you can take it for yourself if you want. You want to get revenge on yourself because my life changed and now you're interested in me and I was interested. How does that even work, I wonder? So there's a lot to unpack. I'll do it next episode. Oh well. Taylor in Lava is just a teaser. It's literally a teaser trailer for the next year. It makes all the sense, right? But, so I still have to involve everything that I cared about this year. I can't just, like, let myself loose. It is one of those weird things. Like, you can't just give up to authorities. You're the authority. That's the only authority there is. If you give up to authority, then you split your authority temporarily. It's still yours, but you split it apart all over the place. So, man, it is such a fucking painful question as well. But let's put it this way, it's gonna break some hearts. Hold your authority. Just fucking hold it. Because that's, again, what I can do. Like, I can pretend to be YouTube CEO, or I can just give it away for free to someone else. Oh, I think this guy can be YouTube CEO, actually. So I can relax now. I will never relax. That's not my intention. When you grab something you want to do in life, you do it. Like, what do you think? And I guess you still have to, like, understand your frustrations and make them voice those frustrations, obviously. Let people know. It's very difficult. Yeah, it takes time to prepare yourself to be ready to, like, send someone hate mail, pretty much, because nobody really expects it, and you feel like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, everyone is trying to steal authority. Everyone is trying to steal money and all that shit. Like, give me a break. Give me a break. It's so fucking hard to get everything in balance in your life because of all the bad people. Yeah, it's also one of those times where it's the last few days that you have to prove your worth. But I want to throw that all away. I think I've already spent 22 days and I have wasted my worth. And it's still fine because YouTube Rewind is all about me in the end, as I'm realizing. It's all about the people that I visited because I did it this year. Of course. And I might even reset the system in a way. Because why not? Is it bad to reset the system? Pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I wonder what would happen though, so I would still do it. I will still reset the system. I will archive everything and then reset it. It's probably the most grossest thing that will ever happen to me. Well, let's just play with amnesia for a little bit. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. A much better way to do it is obviously just add another value here. Like influence 21 or something. Symbolizing the year. That would make a lot of sense. But then what's the point of the previous year? It's still influence, it's still, there's an archive. So you have it. And I can archive it here and just leave it there. As if it's 2020 archive. That's it. No, actually story 2020. That's where it can stay. Archived, just like that. One second. How does it look like? It actually is trying to show everything, huh? Everything I've written. Yeah. Fucking weird. Really? Are you sure about that? Holy fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. That's so bad. Pins are so stupid then. Yeah, you have to do double comment then for pins. Anyways. Very interesting peek into this stuff. It's just gonna be personal. I can only make my personal thing. My personal take. I can't make people interested in something that is fake. You know, even YouTube authorities kind of know it's like fake. It's kind of fake. Whatever goes viral is just luck. It's just people finding some that works, but it's all fake. It's crazy. Even if something is popular, doesn't make it not fake. Oh wait, that makes it actually fake. So just one more thing and I'm leaving. Okay? Yeah, I'm the most real person out there. You bet. If I consume popularity, however, I can attach and throw blame at other people, basically. I can start throwing hot potatoes at other people. Easily. And I can learn, basically, to throw those potatoes by feeling more confident and just sucking up bad energies, but hiding those bad energies. And just releasing it strategically, basically. A lot of stuff is built as a fake. Okay, it's not quite an expression, but it's a mix of things, and that's what makes it fucking fake. It's not quite how you feel. You know, you don't question your feelings, you just throw it out there. And if you're popular, you feel the demand to do it. But the reality is, you feel the need to manipulate people, not the demand. The demand is out there for real things. The demand there is to understand that YouTube is full of things that you really need as a human being. And that would be a very interesting buff for YouTube. Very nice optimization. You open up YouTube and you get what you want and you need. Great, isn't it? And so I'm not fake, and popularity really quickly can corrupt people into being fake. But they also lie to themselves, obviously. Again, lie is a double-edged sword. They lie to themselves and they believe that what they have is established. But in reality, they just have an army of fans, basically, watching them carefully. What's your next move, though? What's gonna be the next video you're gonna make? And so it becomes very paralyzing, I think. Difficult to fucking navigate into different categories of content production. So there's a lot to explore about YouTube. There's a lot of content to put into a rewind for thought, purely for thought, as the massive video as it's supposed to be. Alright, guys. Whew. Let's get the fuck out of here. Again, stop looking at thumbnails. Although I will put my Christmas tree up, which is, I'll make thumbnails now. No worries, guys. No fucking worries. I'll figure it out. At December, that is. Thumbnails at December. That's when I'm gonna start chilling and just finishing the work that I already done. Most of the time. I've done everything. I always feel the need to like fill in the gaps and everything. And that ends up being a lot more work than actually taking over the territory that I want to look over. In other words, doing this, super easy. But detecting around and like looking around, oh, there's a gap. What do I fill it with? It's just such a weird concept and it's so much more difficult. Just grabbing an area of influence, easy, right? And it should be easy. When everything is fake, the real things that are super easy are very difficult. That's how it feels like. Oh, love is very difficult, right? Yeah, because now I don't know what it is. I know it's out there. I know I'm loving things right now. But it makes it so difficult. Especially No Nut November. It's like, well, you can't do that anymore. Wait, that's a part of me loving things, actually. I don't understand. How did you come up with this fucking thing? What if it's actually, like, harming you in the end? Awareness. Well, it's still awareness, though. As a challenge, it is awareness. But there's so many fake things that What the fuck are you talking about awareness? You have to embrace a YouTube channel. You have to elect a YouTube channel that actually cares. And I'm like, wow, that's me right there. I hate myself now. What if I become popular? What happens then, huh? Anyways, see you guys next rant video.